Hi, I'm Sherri Lewis, and welcome to another episode of the God Zone Testimonies and Stories. One of my favorite stories in the God Zone is a miracle of provision. God has done so many miracles of provision. I quit my job as a medical doctor in 2009, and I've been living on donations ever since then. On generosity, on just God's people taking good care of me. And it has been one miracle after another. I have not experienced any lack, any want, and I've actually enjoyed many things that are frivolous that you wouldn't think a missionary should have. One of my favorite testimonies from the God Zone occurred after God told me that we were going to open up a new branch in Kenya. So we had been in Cameroon for 7 years at that time. We'd graduated 7 years of radical revivalists. And God said we're going to start launching in Kenya. And we decided to start with the Kingdom Leadership Academy, which is a shortened version of our School of Supernatural Ministry. So I sat down with some of the staff members from Bethel Atlanta, and they helped me to do a budget. And we realized that the budget was going to be about $10,000. That was for the venue, for housing, to bring my leaders over from Cameroon so that they could help me to teach, entertainment, food, all those things. We put the budget together, and it was about $10,000. And so I came home for Christmas, and I was like, okay, God, we got to raise $10,000 so that we can do KLA Kenya this summer. And so I put together a few flyers on Canva and posted them on Facebook. And then a few days went by, no donations, no nothing. I mean, a few people liked it. You know, it's funny, people, when they see your request for a donation, they just kind of don't even like it. I can have 300 likes on a picture, but when it comes to a request for finances, I might get 20 at the very most. So nothing was happening, and I was starting to get nervous. And as I will discuss on my From the Heart series, that sometimes I can battle with anxiety and fear. So this was one of those moments where I was nervous, I was anxious, and I felt like I needed to do something to raise the money. So I wake up one morning and I'm laying in the bed and I'm like, God, what am I supposed to do? I've been posting flyers, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. What am I supposed to do to bring in this $10,000? $10,000 is a lot of money. Should I cancel? What are we doing? And so he just said, come sit in my lap. Now, if you've watched any of my intimacy videos, you know that I love spending my mornings with God. I love spending intimate time with him. When I wake up in the morning, I see myself sitting on his lap. He covers my face with kisses. We talk for a while. I ask him questions. And I can sit there for hours just enjoying his presence and enjoying just being with him, loving on him. But I wasn't feeling that way this particular morning. I was feeling anxious. I was feeling nervous. I was feeling like we got to raise this money. We got to raise this money. You know, the end of the year is when everybody is preparing for end of the year donations with taxes and everything. So I felt like I had like 7 days to get this money in. So I'm anxious. I'm like, God, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? And he says it again, sit in my lap. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. How am I supposed to raise funds sitting in your lap? And he said, just come sit in my lap. So I jump in his lap and I'm just like, okay, what? You're going to tell me what to do? You're going to tell me what to do? Like, I couldn't calm myself down. And in order for me to hear the voice of God, I have to be calm. I have to be peaceful. So I couldn't hear anything. So he's like, just relax, baby girl. That's his name for me, baby girl. Just relax, baby girl. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, he's going to make me sit here until I relax and listen. So let me just go ahead and relax and listen. So I just sat there. And he wasn't saying anything about money. He wasn't saying anything about ministry. He wasn't saying anything about fundraising. There was no strategy. He just was like, hey, so-and-so and so. I can't remember what we talked about. It had nothing to do with the money that I needed to raise. And so everything in me had to just stay completely calm. Like, why are we talking about the flowers in the field? I need money. So finally, I just completely settled down and I got into that ooey gooey place of love and intimacy and sweetness. And me and him were just spending time together. I was talking to him about different stuff that was on my heart, just being with him, just telling him how much I love him, and just completely relaxed, just like, I love you, God, I love you, just relaxed. And after a while, he said, okay, check your Facebook Messenger. And I'm like, what? He goes, yes, log on to Facebook and check Messenger. And there was a message sitting there from a church member of mine saying, hey, we saw the Facebook post that you put about KLA Kenya. We had told you that we wanted to support you, so here is $5,000. Oh my God, I screamed like loud, like I didn't have to do anything but sit in God's lap. And next thing I knew, I had $5,000. So the next day I woke up like, wow, that was great. Thank you for that testimony. I'm really, really excited about what you did. So what should we do today? And he said, sit in my lap. So I had the sense enough not to give him a hard time. So I said, okay. I sat in God's lap and spent some time with him. And I opened up, and then after I finished spending time with him, he said, okay, check Facebook Messenger. So of course I was excited to check it that day. And so I was upstairs in the living room with my dad, and there was a message from a person I did not know. And he said, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm a friend of your friends, and she told me what you're doing. We eventually want you to come to Nigeria to build a school. So I'm going to sow towards Kenya for you to come to Nigeria in the future. Here's $2,000. Perfect stranger, never met him before, didn't know him. So now I am up to $7,000. So I'm like, Dad, I just got some more money. So then a few more people were donating, $100 here, $30 here. Every little bit counts. Let me just say that. Every little bit counts. So there's more and more money coming in. Another person donated a big chunk. And then I'm sitting there next to Daddy, and I opened Facebook Messenger one more time. And one of my good friends, one of my loyal supporters says, hey, I saw your thing that you needed $10,000 for KLA Kenya. I forgot to donate to you last year, so let me just make up this year and last year. Here's the entire amount of money for KLA Kenya. Here's $10,000. I screamed so loud, I scared my poor daddy. And then I just took off running. I just took off running around the parlor, around the living room, around the kitchen. I'm running around the house like a crazy person. Crazy, running, jumping. You know, I don't do that little Pentecostal shout with the nice fancy footwork. No, I run like a crazy fool around the house. And I come back, and my dad is standing there crying. And he's like, I'm so proud of you. I get to see the miraculous through your life. I get to see God move through your life. I'm so proud of you. So me and Dad are standing there in the kitchen crying and rejoicing. And in 3 days from being intimate with God, from spending intimate time with God, we raised double. We raised $20,000 for KLA Kenya. And the first program was amazing. I had an amazing time with my staff. It was just incredible. But one of the best things was building that place of trust and building that place of relationship with God. So get into your God zone. There are miracles, financial provision. There are great testimonies waiting for you there. So I hope you enjoyed this testimony, and I hope you'll watch all the rest. Get my book, The God Zone. The link is in the description. Please watch all the other videos, comment, like, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. God bless.